Okay, so this video is going to be on continuations. I've been trading continuations a lot more recently, given my understanding of the narrative and overnight price action. As an overnight price action sets the precedence for whether New York AM is going to be a reversal or a continuation, and that has skyrocketed my win rate ever since trading continuations. So it would only be fair if I went over with you guys how I personally trade continuations. I'll go over overnight price action and how you can use AMD to determine bias for New York AM trades in another video, but this video is going to be strictly on continuations and how I trade them. So the standard way to trade continuations is with the reaccumulation zone or the -1 to -1.5 area within standard deviation. So how this area works is, let's say we start a cycle of accumulation. Well, let me redo that. Start a cycle of accumulation. We manipulate. Okay, and let's say this is during Asia. And this is during London where we get the manipulation. We sweep the accumulation lows. Okay, this low is now protected. Once we start our distribution to the upside, sometimes during the -1 to -1.5 zone, price tends to like to retrace to seek for PD raise to support its move upwards towards the upside or the downside, depending on your bias for the day, and then the direction manipulated in to continue the distribution towards our DOL to form the full daily candle. So sometimes what it does is it gets a deep retrace before continuing up to any of the reversal zones and then finishing out the daily candle. So during the -1 to 1.5, if we peep a reaction from this area and it heads to the downside, don't start taking shorts. These are not reversal levels. These are continuation levels. So this gives you the reaction to the downside, and you can choose to, draw out some PD rays to support your move up. Let's say like CISD or order block, pretty much same thing, or like fair value gap or BPR, whatever it is, to support your move up. Now you'd be looking for continuations on whatever time frame you anchored your standard deviation on, but sometimes you can go lower, but never go below the M3 in my opinion. But keep it between the M5 and M15 time frame. Okay, keep it between these time frames. Obviously, gather your own data, use your intuition, and figure out what works best for you. But I personally liked the M5, M15, and M3 PD raise a lot to support my move. So I'll go on to a chart example of a trade I took a while ago. This is January 6th. And I'll explain the overnight bias as well. As you can see, we get a cumulative distribution all through Asia, setting a lot of low resistance liquidity right here, and right here within the accumulation range. And what London does is it goes all the way down. Hold on, there's even more lows. Let me mark them all out. There's so much liquidity here that gets swept out. There we go. I'm also pretty sure there's SMT here as well. As you can see, all of these lows get taken out immediately by the strong displacement during London, giving us the narrative that, oh, okay, we started the cycle here, accumulation. We manipulated to the downside. Hubert, move. Sorry, my cat's on my screen. Accumulation, manipulation to the downside, right? This is our strong manipulation before we start our distributive cycle. Now, as you can see, given our understanding of standard deviation, I've told you guys this a lot as well, you can anchor to the right side or the left side based off of the manipulation range. If your manipulation is 150 or so points, you should probably anchor it to the smaller swing, which is why we anchored it to the right side instead of the left side. Now, as you can see, this gives us a really nice -1 to -1.5 zone right here to give us a reaccumulation or continuation entry. As you can see, we tag it pretty much perfectly, the -1, before giving us a good move down into the PD ray that I had wanted to take, which was a 15-minute order block right here. And I took the CE of this as I'd market ordered, and I wait for a reaction. I think when you guys are taking continuations, you guys should wait for a reaction, not necessarily limit. I'm saying this because this will heighten your win rate and it'll give you more confirmation. Don't be afraid to miss out on a move just because you didn't limit on it. You're going to win more than you lose, or you're going to lose more than you win if you limit just every single PD ray. Like let's say I took this -15 for value gap right here, okay? I would have gone straight inversed, right, before tapping into a lower PD ray and displacing us further up. Now, this is how you take a continuation. Obviously, you have to have a really good understanding of overnight price action, which once again, I will go over in a later video, but I'll go over a less standard example from today. So given today, we had really no accumulation, no cycles built, just straight trend, okay? Straight trend. We started downtrend during Asia. We ended downtrend during London. This isn't valid manipulation. That's why I did not anchor anything, given that we didn't actually take out any of the accumulation range. If this was distributive accumulation, it would have been to the upside, swept out all of this before going to the downside. However, we get this move down, and you ask me like how do I know if this level is going to hold? Well, we're not trading during this time, and we're looking for more structure and confirmation. As you can see, once we get this bear structure, we get an end to it, and then we start forming bullish structure. Once we start forming bullish structure, we have all these PD rays left right here. And in this case, there is no standard deviation, so it is a lot more difficult and it requires a lot more intuition to take these types of trades. However, I took the first PD ray that I saw when I woke up, which was a minute 15 order block again. And in this case, I actually missed my entry on this. I missed my original entry on this because I was linking up my copy trader. However, as you can see, we trade up, accumulate again before coming back down and actually entering in on the M3 order block right here. The original M3 order block right here, not the original. Stop loss at the order block low, and this displaces that. Now, to take continuations as well, you need a very clear DOL. For example, for me, given the structure that we were building right here, there's no chance for us to manipulate in any direction without it being the trade of the day. For example, if we manipulate to the downside, took out all of these lows, and inversed all of these and invalidated all of these PD rays, then I would have tried to take short somewhere up here to target this low. However, given that we had such strong bullish structure with minimal retraces and almost no PD rays invalidated, my structure was very bullish. I had wanted longs ever since I woke up, and clear target was Asia high, which I took profits at. And yeah, I hope this helped. Continuations are very good. I'll make a video sometime soon about overnight price action and how to use that for bias. But yeah, try not to take trades like these on today where you're not trading without standard deviation like reaccumulation zones, because these take a lot of time with you trading continuations for you to actually understand and to build the market intuition for it. So yeah, hope this helped.